Hey everyone, I'm Zach Wolfe. I wanted to reintroduce myself for my new followers and even the people who have followed me for a while. I'm a husband, a father of 4 beautiful children, and a man that's lived life to the highest peak, I'll say. But at 19 years old, I was involved in an automobile accident that resulted in a C5, C6 spinal cord injury. That changed my life forever. From that day on, I've struggled a lot. I hit rock bottom, and I'll get more into that here in later videos, deeper, I will say. But rock bottom's something you can't even explain. And I guess everybody has their own definition of rock bottom. But let's talk about it. It's real. I've been there. I've felt the weight crushing down on me, wondering if I'd ever find purpose again in life. The days where getting out of bed felt impossible, where every little task felt like I was climbing a mountain. Brushing my teeth, putting my shoes on, getting my pants on. I can't buckle my pants, so I have to adapt to that because of my limited hand function. And I will get deeper into that as well in later videos. But there were moments I questioned everything. My strength, my future, my ability to be a dad, a partner, and even a man that could fill whole again. The mental war that I fought with myself is something you can't even explain. It's you versus you. The physical pain, it's a whole different story. But I have to say, the mental pain was, the mental struggle, the mental war was by far the hardest thing to overcome. The emotional exhaustion. I was emotionally drained every day. And there's days that I still am mentally drained, emotionally drained, and physically drained. But I'm still here. I'm still fighting. But let me tell you something. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's a solid ground that you push from. My turning point, I will say, didn't come from some dramatic movie scene. It came from small victories. The quiet wins. The ones that you couldn't really even see. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night, crying. Nobody knew. But I did. And then I woke up one night and I said to myself, you're the only one that can fix this, Zach. You're the only one that can overcome this challenge and make the most of it and become independent. Even when all those odds were against me. Could I do it? I had no idea. But I'll say I was going to give it one heck of a try. The first time I got to inpatient rehab is when I really knew how bad I was injured. And just to give you a visual, I couldn't sit up on my own. I couldn't do anything. Couldn't brush my teeth. Couldn't, literally nothing myself. Feed myself anything. My arms didn't move. My core didn't work. that's a tough thing to handle for a 19-year-old. The first time I transferred myself from the bed to my wheelchair with help was one of those quiet wins. And it's not where I wanted to be at all. I wanted to be up running with my friends, not going through what I was going through. Everybody knew me as staying positive through the struggles, through the wars. But like I said earlier, nobody knew the mental struggle that I went through. I never talked about it. Never. I still have those days. The first time I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself when I could actually sit in my chair. And this isn't where it ends. I told myself I had to rebuild a new version of me. No matter where you are in life, any struggle you're going through, you have to build the strength to rise. You have to fight for your dreams, fight for your purpose, and fight for your future. It's on you. Nobody can do it for you. Heck, doctors told me I would never live independently ever again. I would need 24-hour care. I didn't take that for an answer. Look at me now. Look what I can do now when all those odds were against me. I'm a father who gets down on the floor with the kids. I'm there, I show up daily, I work daily. I give it my all every day. You know, I don't let limitations get to me. And I want to say one thing that I know a lot of you may have heard before, and it is the truest statement ever. Motivation comes and goes. I'm not motivated a lot of days. I'm disciplined. I became so mentally strong and disciplined that I have to do things. I can be dead tired after a whole full day working, come home with the kids. Just life's crazy. But if I don't work out, or if I don't do something that I plan to do, I'm really hard on myself. And it bothers me. And I have to do it. But that's how I got to where I am today, honestly. And you can't wait for the world. This is crazy, but you can't wait for the world to believe in you. People are going to tell you can't do things. You have to believe in yourself. You got to dig deep. Deeper than you ever have before. Light that fire. And chase those goals. Truth is, your comeback story is waiting to be written. How did I get to where I am today? I made it through because I refused to quit. I redefined what strength looks like. I redefined what fatherhood looks like. I redefined what success looked like. And you can too. You're truly stronger than you think. I never thought I would get to where I am today. I'm going to end this with, If you're at rock bottom now, good. That is where the climb starts. Because you're not broken. You're going to become an unstoppable force. And when you climb out of that rock bottom and you get to the top, because you will get to the top, the climb is so good. Let's climb together. You got this.